Radhe Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. You sing better than young Smith. Okay, so the schedule is Hari Katha until 7:30, 8 or what? What time? Huh? Only 7:30? 7:30 a.m. So can we all turn around and see one Gurudev lecture, and then we will continue our Hari Katha. Every morning and evening we are going to see some Gurudev lecture, and then we will continue our class.
You can tell me Dwaka with Krishna, what was really wrong. Because they were testing for Vrindavan Krishna. Now, what is Krishna? Dada Krishna होने. ये मुझे ये बात मुझे Krishna होने. माफ़ी को मैं हिला कर बात को बोला हमें कि it is not this question is not okay. Something wrong. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken the beauty of Radhika and he is tested. So we should compare. About Mahaprabhu's mood of Radhika. Radhika moved the actor. So she will not be called Puri Mahaprabhu or like he will be judged and Radhika moved. Because now Krishna is not Krishna, but he is totally accepting not be just thinking of Mahaprabhu. Krishna, Radhika. Radhika, those two, one second out of the example. When of Krishna in Nandagaon, he was Yogini Raja. So in Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu is Yogini Raja. And in Navati, he was in full. He never looked up. Navati has been told Vrindavan. Vrindavan is very buoyant and here. He never sleeps. But Jagannath Puri or Godavari has not been told Vrindavan. Next question. No, not really. What is the internal reason if the time Mahaprabhu did not get to be God? He's saying that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he says that what is the internal reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to the garden, when he did this, what? The word of God.
Why moving camera so much? Chandrika? Okay. Oh, this is okay. Bolo Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Chandrika not doing right. Moving camera. Life's good. So today, in this evening session, I will call out Pran Prabhu. What is it? To come and speak the glories of Srila Gurudev. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuramlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaurichandraya Radhikaya Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Samsar Dukha Jaladasya Patitasya Kamaha Krodadinakramakrikamli Kritasya Durvasnasya Nigritasya Nirashayasya Chaitanya Chandra Mamadehi Padavalamam Chaitanya Chandra Mamadehi पदावलम्बम् राधाचित्तनिवेशिनं यस्य कान्तिविलोकितः श्रीकृष्णचरणं वन्दे राधालिङ्गितं विग्रहम् वृन्दाय तुलसीदेवी प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। All together. बोलो हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Yes. Come here. Come on. It's a hard seat. Haribol.
ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाखय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I offer my most humble Dandavat Pranam to my beloved Srila Gurudev, Nitrila Pravishna Vishnupad Astoka Satsishmat Srila Bhakti Yoga Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj. Secondly, I offer my most humble obeisances to all the Rupanuga Guru Varga. And thirdly, I offer my most humble Dandavat Pranam to all the assembled devotees and guests headed by Pujapad Bhaktivedanta Siddhanta Maharaj. Maharaj actually he caught me by surprise. I thought I would drink some glass of water and come back, but I have water. That is your water. Srila Gurudev, his glories are endless. Hari Anand, Hari Katha Anand. Just like the glories of Sri Hari are endless, also Gurudev's glories are also endless. And in this centennial year, 2021, from beginning of January till now, December, devotees throughout the world have been mercifully speaking about the glories about Srila Gurudev, opening their heart to all of us who have met Gurudev or who haven't, and to hear about Srila Gurudev's glories from all these devotees gave me the thoughts that I don't know Srila Gurudev. I have met him a couple of times, 4 or 5 times I think, and he was always very mercifully, he was always the center of attention. Wherever Gurudev was whether in India, in America, or in Europe, wherever Gurudev was there, all devotees would follow there, just like a flock of birds, they would follow there or fly there. Srila Gurudev, whenever he would travel in the Western countries or wherever, whenever he would start his lecture, he would always say, by Krishna's arrangement, we are here. And he would always say, I have come to you from so far, I have left Mathura to come here to remind you, you are not this body. Gurudev, wherever he went, he always wanted everyone to feel at ease. He was very expert speaker, and whether it were the children or the middle-aged people or the elderly people, he had a certain way with all of them, so everybody would be at ease. And he said, I haven't come here to make disciples. I've come here to make friends, as we are all friends on this path of bhakti. And one time, when I first met Srila Gurudev for the first time, it was in Holland, and he was speaking about Sri Jagannath Rath Yatra. And he was speaking about Gundicha Marjan the day before Rath Yatra, when Sriman Mahaprabhu would assemble all the devotees to clean the Gundicha temple, and he would all give them a bucket of water and a broomstick, haru, and he would say, I'll challenge you, let's see who brings the most dirt, who does his best. And whenever Gurudev, when he was narrating this katha, he would say, but what is the meaning of this? Gundicha Marjan. The meaning is, he would say in Hindi, अगर तुम राधा जी कृष्ण को अपने हृदय में if you want them to be seated in your heart, बैठाना चाहते हैं, my apologies, my Hindi is not so good, तो अपना हृदय को साफ करना पड़ेगा. You have to clean the heart. There's dirt, there's rocks, there's everything which was in the Gundicha temple. What does that stand for? It's for our anarthas. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. We have to clean this, because if your heart is not clean, then how will we have Radha Krishna sit in the heart? But Gurudev would also say, it is difficult to clean the heart. So we have to use this Kam, Krodh, Lobh, all these things except envy, in a positive way to gradually clean the heart. So in this way, whenever Gurudev would speak a very difficult topic, very philosophical topic, he would speak it in such an easy way that everybody was able to understand. One time also, he was in India during the Brajmandat Parikram, and Gurudev, he was always expertly managing everything, as Maharaj knows, all devotees who have been there know. One time the Prasad bus, it fell down, so all the Prasad was spilled. This was in Braj, and
Uddhav Kairi. In Nandagram. So in
Nandagram, Uddhav Kairi, this incident happened, and Gurudev was thinking, how should I now give the devotees the breakfast prasad, because everything was spilled. So he ordered all the brahmacharis, go to all the shops in the nearby area and buy any fruit or nuts or whatever is available and bring them back to me. I will personally hand all devotees their share of prasad. So when this happened, Gurudev was apologizing. He said, my dear devotees, the prasadam bus has been, it fell. So all the prasad has been spilled. Please excuse me, I will give you personally one by one some prasad. But everybody in the crowd was rejoiced. They were thinking, oh, now we get personally from Gurudev his Mahaprasad. So they didn't mind. So in this way, Gurudev would give all the devotees one by one prasad from his hand. And he would say, you are all my friends, and I have come here to show you how to love Krishna. It isn't very difficult. Follow me, I'll take your hand, and I'll bring you to Sri Radha Krishna. So in this way, Gurudev, he has this magical way of doing things.
Gurudev said, I'm so sorry today. You all came from so far on my invitation to attend Brajmandal Parikrama. But by accident, all prasadam, the breakfast prasadam, is spoiled. So Gurudev was actually serious when he was saying this. I'm very sorry today, I can only give you fruits, nothing else. But I want to give you with my own hands. He was sad. But when Gurudev said this, everyone was joy. Wow! He said, no problem, Gurudev. We can survive. And with his own hands, Gurudev was giving bananas to each and every individual who were walking by. 2 bananas in their hand. He was sad, but devotees were very happy. He was showing his gratitude and was also instructing his disciples, servants, They came from so far and I am the host. On my invitation. They have to be always very comfortable without any problem. But Vidhata का नियम है, accident हो गया. So please, and everyone was so happy, they didn't show any kind of grudges that we didn't got any prasadam, because why? Because of love. When there is love, everything can be harmonized. Even if you speak something, everything can be harmonized. When there is no love, even a small thing becomes big, because there is no love. So please continue, otherwise I will continue.
I will tell two more points because you came here to hear from Maharaj, hopefully. One time in Gurudev would come during these European festivals, as was mentioned before. He would also do it in America and also in Europe. We had it a couple of times in Holland, 2003, 4, 5, and then again after that in Italy. So one time Gurudev was in Italy and he was done with the Harikatha, and he got up from his seat and he was moving towards the exit. And yeah, if Gurudev was going there, then the whole crowd is swarming him. So in this way he was walking, and suddenly he stopped and he looked at a certain lady devotee, and he said to her, "You should not think that I am not taking your worship. You should not think that I am not there. I am always there, accepting your worship. So don't think I'm not there, I'm always there." And then Gurudev left, and all devotees became astonished. And they were asking this lady devotee what happened. And then this devotee, I don't know from where, England she is, she said, "Every day I'm doing worship of Gurudev's picture, like this one. And I had this thought, is Gurudev really accepting my worship?" And by this, Gurudev, he confirmed the fact that wherever we are, whenever we see his picture, his painting, when we do worship, Gurudev is there. He is watching over all of us, his children, his grandchildren. He is there accepting our worship. He is there to guide us. We just have to call out. Whenever Gurudev would come, he would say this, I've brought you a golden plate of jewels. And I've taken all these jewels from Brajadham here to the Western countries to bring to all of you. Whoever wants, take it. If not, no harm, I just go back to Brajadham. So in this way, the legacy of Srila Gurudev, it's now 11 years since Gurudev left our material vision, but still, to this day, Gurudev's legacy is, it's alive. Through all of his disciples, grand disciples, all the preachers throughout the world, all his sannyasis, brahmacharis, grihasthas, they are all have that one spark, which was, if Gurudev is the fire, they all have this one spark inside their heart. And with that spark, they, to this day, they preach whatever Gurudev or Guru Varga has told them. Because in this Kali Yuga, we all are soldiers of Srimad Mahaprabhu's army, and he has sent so many generals. One of them is Srila Gurudev. So this is a little drop to describe what the legacy is of Srila Gurudev, and thank you very much.
So, as we saw that video and what Prabhu just said, the contribution of Gurudev is unparalleled. The mission of Srila Gurudev, the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's not something his own mission. He is following the mission of the Guru Parampara. We never ever heard, and so many devotees from all Gaudiya Maths, they never ever heard this beautiful explanation of Srila Gurudev about Radharani and Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The glories of Acharyas is not only restricted to their personal dealings with us. Of course, that is a very important part. If I go back, years back, how Srila Gurudev came in my life and what kind of interactions we had. So in those interactions, there is always some moral of the story. There is always some teachings. But other than that, the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophical part, which is very, very important for us as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we are proud to say we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas. We are in this lineage of Shri Brahm Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. But what is the glories of our Sampradaya? We all should know this. And for that reason, Srila Gurudev, he sacrificed his favorite place of residence. Just like Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He used to say, Vrindavan is my home. Mayapur is my place of worship. Mumbai is my place of work, means preaching. But my home is Vrindavan. Similarly, Srila Gurudev, throughout his life, he spent his time in Vrindavan, which was more dear to his life. And that's the symptom. Asakti tad gunakhyane priti tad vasati sthale. Asakti tad gunakhyane. They have attachment to always glorify their Ishta, their worshipper. And priti is tad vasati sthale. And they have so much love for that place where Radha Krishna pastimes took place. So Shri Vrindavan Dham, Shri Braj Mandal was very near and dear to Srila Gurudev. He always wanted to stay there. But how the people in Western world will come to know the in-depth philosophical part of, and we can say the beauty of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. How will they come to know? For that purpose, it needs sacrifice. Because love is what? Sacrifice. Love is sacrifice. At each and every step, there is sacrifice. And more sacrifice, more love. Shri Gurudev, what he sacrificed? Oh, one can say he sacrificed his family. In his young age, his wife, his daughter, everything. He sacrificed his family. He sacrificed his village, his town. He sacrificed his job, which was very renowned, as being a high-profile police officer. But this is not called sacrifice. This sacrifice is okay, to due respect, but very small in comparison. Sacrificing Shri Vrindavan Dham. Sometimes, not sometimes, but many times we see the life history of all our acharyas, means the disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. They sacrifice the close proximity with their Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Proximity of Guru Maharaj. Imagine. Srila Prabhupada, who was more dear than their life and soul of all the disciples. And they all wanted to stay with him, but sacrifice. Why? To please one's worshipable. Try and understand this. Give attention to my words. Because this is a matter of what we are discussing, the glories of Gurudev, and only with the media of prem, love, we can understand this. And you know what is so important in love is, from where the love comes? From the mind? From kidney? From liver? Love comes from heart. Yes? And you see, Bhagwan has given us 2 ears. Just imagine what is the shape of the ear. This is broken piece of heart. When we keep these 2 ears together, it becomes what? It becomes heart. What is the meaning? When these 2 pieces of ears, when they combine together, it becomes heart. That's a general statement. But what it has to do with Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavita Mati, Kriyatam Yati Kutopalapit. What it has to do with Krishna Bhakti? Only by listening. Ears, what is the function of ears? Hearing, listening. When we hear about Gurudev, when we hear about Krishna, Mahaprabhu, we have no love with them actually. We are practicing that love. It is not spontaneous. Spontaneous love is when we see someone, we like someone, then spontaneous love develops. But when we are trying to practice that love, then first of all, what required is the ears. With Krishna, we have no proximity with Krishna. We don't know who he, we don't know what he likes or dislikes. So, the only way and the process to develop that love with Krishna, to give the heart to Krishna, to make Krishna sit in our heart with that love, what is essential part is ears. Listening. And from listening, it had direct connection with the heart because ears are like heart. And that's why Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said you can see Krishna only from ears by listening. You know? So, disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they sacrifice. For instance, whatever examples I am giving, all these examples of Guru Vargas have all connection with our Srila Gurudev. Srila Bhakti Dayit Madhav Gosai Maharaj, very prominent Acharya and very intimate close to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. He wanted to spend some time with his Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, on a very auspicious Janmashtami day. So he accomplished a big preaching project and he wanted to spend time with Srila Prabhupada on Janmashtami day. So he arrived early in the morning after Mangal Aarti, where? Shridham Mayapur, Shri Chaitanya Math. So that I can spend whole day with Srila Prabhupada hearing his Harikatha. And after observing Janmashtami, tomorrow I will go out again for preaching. So moment he came, he kept his bag and paid obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, and immediately Srila Prabhupada commented, okay, how was preaching? Immediately go to Calcutta. Immediately. And spend Janmashtami day. Speak Harikatha day. And Srila Bhakti Dev Madhav Goswami Maharaj just looking at his face. I'm here to spend whole day with you. To spend Janmashtami. But Agya Guru Haya Avichadya. Obeying the order of Guru without any consideration. Following this Shastric injunction, immediately, without a single delay, he just arrived. But again he took his bag and started traveling and went to Calcutta because service to Gurudev is more important than the close proximity. Service to Gurudev. This is, they are, what I'm saying, these statements, this has to, how to say this? One can only realize this when one is in practice to this. It cannot be understood by hearing or speaking. It can't be. Only if you have done this, then we can understand. The service to Gurudev is more important, or fulfilling his inner heart desire is more important than to be in the close proximity. That close proximity, it can be one's sense enjoyment. But fulfilling his inner heart desire is more than to be close with him. This is all about sacrifice, and this sacrifice create what? Love. I'm just giving one example of one Acharya, but everyone was like that. Everyone. So, to serve Srila Gurudev and the mission of Mahaprabhu, they sacrifice the most favorite nature or the most favorite place of their stay, Shridham Vrindavan. Who wanted to leave Shri Mayapur Dham? But all Acharyas, they left Mayapur Dham. Who wanted to give up Shri Vrindavan Dham, where every single hour is full of Krishna Katha and Krishna Nam. Darshan of the temples, darshan of Jamuna Maharani, Seva Kunja, all the time hearing Radhe Radhe. The best place in the entire universe to cultivate our Krishna consciousness, and not only that, to enhance one's prema for Krishna. All drishya, all scenes there are stimulating that pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Who wants to give up that? ये सब छोड़त कहीं नहीं जाऊं, ये सब छोड़त बड़ा न हराऊं. Srila Bhakti Thakur is writing, ये सब छोड़त कहीं नहीं जाऊं. Don't want to leave all these places of pastime. But we see Srila Bhakti Thakur was traveling. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada establishing 64 centers. Shri Param Gurudev establishing centers. And our Srila Gurudev sacrificed the most important place, Shri Vrindavan Dham. Why? This is because of everything comes to end to this point, prem, love for one's Gurudev, for Guru Parampara, for Mahaprabhu and Shri Radha Krishna. Because of prem. You see? And what gets in return? More prem. And when more prem comes, then more sacrifice. The more sacrifice comes, the more prem. This is endless. And in that process of sacrifice and love, in this process, what happens? Swadu swadu pade pade. Swadu swadu pade pade. Every step, complete relishing the divine nectar. Pratipadam purna amrita swadanam. Because reciprocation is there. Reciprocation is there. So Srila Gurudev sacrifices object of most worshipable, the object of love, Shri Vrindavan Dham. For what reason? Establishing Shri Vrindavan Dham in everyone's heart. Through years. Even if we were not willing to hear that, or not interested, he forcefully, par dukhe dukhi, seeing our suffering, miserable condition, he forcefully, he make us drink that nectar. You know? What is nectar? Nectar means amrita, right? There is one verse which says Amrit is present in 5 places. Hear attentively. From where nectar came? In Bhagavatam? Who will answer this? From where nectar came? From churning of ocean. Okay, there are 5 places According to this verse, I don't remember right now. 5 places nectar is present. Ocean, moon, snake, and the beautiful face of a woman, nectarian, wife. And 5th is with demigods in Swargaloka. 5 places nectar. But is it actually nectar? So in the verse, I'm forgetting that verse, but in the verse it says 5 places: ocean, moon, snake, beautiful face of a wife, and Swarga, demigods. 5 places nectar is present. But then further explains, is that real nectar? If it is real nectar, if we say ocean has nectar, then why the water of ocean is salty? Can we drink that nectar? So much sodium. So much. Then why the water of ocean is salty? If the nectar is in ocean. If moon has nectar, if moon has nectar, then why there's waxing and waning of the moon? There's Purnima and there's Amavasya. Full moon and new moon. Dark moon, right? Waxing of moon and waning of the moon. If moon has nectar, then why we see moon is losing its brightness or effulgence every single day? That means it's not true. Moon has no nectar. The Shastra says snake has nectar. If snake has nectar, then why snake have poison? When snake bite, especially rattlesnake or cobra, if snake bite is not infusing nectar in you. If you find any snake biting you, giving nectar, then we should go ahead. Snake, please bite me. And the government will tag that snake, the nectarian snake. What snake is giving? Poison. So if snake has nectar, then why snake is giving poison? Now, very sensitive matter. Face of wife, very beautiful. Nectar. It's a little sensitive to say. But if it is nectar, then why husband die? If he's drinking that nectar every day, then why he feels sad? Any comment? He's saying even that sindoor is not working. Experienced person. Seeing that beautiful face and say, oh, your face is beautiful, nectarian. Then why man lose his life and becomes old and die? That means it's not actually nectar. Then Swarga. Nectar is where? The pot of nectar is with demigods. If they're drinking nectar, then why also they die? What is that verse from Bhagavad Gita? Abhavan bhum lokam punar avtina arjuna mam upenti kauntaya punar janna. If demigods have drunk nectar, then why they fall? And if they have nectar, they should be very proud of that nectar, right? When Shukdev Goswami just began speaking Bhagavad Katha, the demigods brought this pot of nectar to have exchange dealing with Parikshit Maharaj. Demigods brought this pot of nectar and said, "Oh, Shukdev Goswami, Parikshit got cursed. After 7 days he is going to die. He got this curse from this rishi." Iti langyate maryadya takshak saptama ahni. Takshak, the best of all the snakes, the king of snakes, Takshak will come and bite Parikshit, and he will die after 7 days. So he needs nectar. So we brought this pot of nectar, make him drink this nectar, but in exchange, give us what? Hari Kathamritam, the nectar of Hari Katha. So demigods, a question to you, are you not satisfied with drinking the nectar? No. They are still mortal. Even after drinking that nectar, they wanted to have exchange with Parikshit Maharaj, because they know very well this nectar from Swarga is not enough. One will not get. But if one is hearing Hari Kathamritam, the nectar of Hari Katha, one goes to a place where Yad Gatvana Nirvadante Tadham Paramam Padam. The word of the Lord, where one goes, never returns, never come back. One way ticket only. No return ticket. So hence proved, where is nectar? Gopis are saying, Tav Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam. Srila Gurudev used to explain this. Tav Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam. Oh Krishna, your Katha is nectarian. For those whose hearts are burning in this material world of so many happy moments and sad moments. And only solace to this is your Hari Katha. And this is true. You know, when we are in Sadhu Sangha, in retreat in Hari Katha, we forget our sadness and our problems. Moment Hari Katha over, we go down, Prashadam, oh yes. There was a trauma. I just got out of it, but still there is some impressions left. But in Hari Katha, oh, then you will say, Maharaj, why you reminded us now? But this is true. So Krishna Katha is so attractive. Hari Katha is so attractive. It's like Amrita. Tav Kathamritam. Tapta Jivanam. It gives us what? A balm for the heart who has so much pain. And those who are distributing this nectar, Gopis are addressing them as what? Bhurida Jana. Bhurida Jana. So many symptoms have been mentioned in this verse. Tav Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Viditam Kalmashapaham. All kalmash, sinful reactions get immediately eradicated. And just from the beginning of hearing Hari Katha, Shavana Mangalam, Shimanatmatam. Just from not that one gets perfection, and the auspiciousness will start when one gets perfection or one gets totally immersed in that Hari Katha, then auspiciousness will come. No, from the very beginning, Shavana Mangalam. The moment one starts hearing this, auspiciousness starts happening. Bhuvi Grananti te Bhurida Jana. One who's distributing is, they are like what? The best donors. But this verse has another meaning. Gopis are being sarcastic on Krishna. What they are saying? Oh Krishna, Tav Kathamritam. Your Katha is Mritam. Is killing everyone. It's not nectar. is killing everyone. Tav kathamritam tapta jivanam. And giving so much pain in the heart. Why are you doing this? You understand my point? Two meanings. One is, your katha is nectar. But gopis wanted to say, your katha is not nectar, your katha is killing everyone. Tav katha mritam, killing everyone. And not giving pacifying to the heart, but giving more pain in the heart. Pain of what? What kind of pain? There is pain in separation and there is pain in union. That's why Srila Gurudev used to say, union in separation and separation in union. Radha Krishna together, there's union, but there is fear of separation. The poison of separation is already there in that form of a fear that now we are together, but any moment we have to separate. This is called separation in union. But also, when they are separated and they are remembering each other so much, Krishna, 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 and Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Krishna is calling out Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Not only that, Krishna comes to Radharani and say what? Smaragala khandanam, mama shirasi mandanam, dehi pad pallam radha. Smaragala khandanam. The poison has risen to my head. Poison of what? Separation. Please remove this separation. Place your lotus feet on my head. These were the lectures of Srila Gurudev. The ideology of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. The philosophy of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. The in-depthness, the gravity, the subtlety of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. This is our life and this is our philosophy. Even though we were not qualified, and we were, but also we are not qualified to even realize what's happening and what we are speaking. I'm speaking doesn't mean I realize this. I'm just doing Anukirtan. I'm not doing Kirtan. Srila Gurudev is the one who is doing Kirtan. Kirtan means he is the one who is giving lecture or Hari Katha. Then what we are doing? Anukirtan. Repeating the words of Acharya is called Anukirtan. And by constantly repeating the words of Acharya, someday or the other the impression will come in the heart. Srila Bhakti Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to say, if there is leakage in the tap, a water starts coming out from the tap which is broken. What we will see after 7 days or 10 days and 15 days? There's a mark here on the floor, in the bathroom or wherever it is, kitchen, etc. It always leaves with a mark because of the leakage of water. Water gives a mark there. Similarly, constantly doing Anukirtan, repeating the words of Acharya again and again, even though we are not understanding properly or not realizing this, but it's definitely giving some hint or tinge or impression in the heart. Definitely giving. But the problem is, it is not constantly happening. It is happening some duration, 6 days, 5 days, and then we don't bother to hear Srila Gurudev lecture or read his books. And that's why the flow get distracted there. But if we are sincerely reading Srila Gurudev books, which is difficult, I understand, everyone is working. But it's so easy to just plug in ears while working or going to work or at home or etc. whatever. If we just plug Gurudev lecture, you will always hear the same topic again and again, because this is Gurudev's favorite topic. He said, I don't know anything besides this. This is the only essence of Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. Nothing else. Many people said, Narayan Maharaj always speaking about Vrindavan, always speaking about Radharani. Srila Gurudev has replied to them saying, what else we have to speak about? What else we have to speak about? This is what Chaitanya Charitamrita is speaking. This is what Shri Kaviraj Goswami Chaitanya Charitamrita is speaking. This is the reason why Shri Mahaprabhu descended. Only and only to spread the glories of Radharani. This is the only reason why Krishna descended. Only to glorify and only to show to the entire world the glories of Radharani. And how he showed this? Through his Parakya Bhav, which is another different course of lecture. So gopis are saying, anyone who's hearing your Hari Katha Krishna is Mritam. Finish. Finish means, before hearing Krishna Katha, one has very good relationship with one's family. Spending Christmas together. Today's Christmas, right? Merry Christmas. Going to family, giving nice warm embrace, having feast together, and was nice tree, and have so many gifts under that tree. Exchange of gifts, and it's like very nice celebration with family. Everything was going very good, smooth. Loving relationship with family, texting, phoning, etc. Oh my goodness, once upon a time a hunter came in Holland. Which day? I also know the day. 5th May 1996. I'm not saying this, the gopis are saying this. Kavi bhiditam kal mashapaham shavana mangalam shimad atpatam bhuvi granantite bhurida jana. Those who speaking Hari Katha, Krishna Katha, they are not donors, they are hunters. And they go out and hunting. You know, just like hunters go in forest and they look for nice deer and all, and they shoot arrows and killing those birds. Krishna, those who are speaking your Katha, which is nectarian, they are actually hunting, they are killing everyone. So, a big hunter came in this holy land. And those who heard those words of cruel Krishna, cruel Krishna, who's saying cruel Krishna? Our family members. That before our life was very nice, smooth. But moment you heard this hunter, what happened? The whole family members, relatives start rejecting you. You are useless now. Why? You're not having cakes and pastries with us, saying this is with egg, I want eggless. What is this stupid thing? You never said this before. We want eggless cake. What is eggless cake? And on the top of that, before we were, although some difficulty comes, and there's always a medicine and remedy for every pain. What is that remedy for every pain? Champagne. You drink champagne and you forget all pain. I was telling Vijay Prabhu, one of our devotee from India, he was sharing one of his experience. So he was traveling somewhere in Europe, it was like some years back, and in the flight, I think it was KLM. So he said the next passenger, he was drinking, whole night he was drinking. And my devotee, my godbrother, his devotee, and he was getting irritated that he's drinking. One after another, one after another. And what happened? There was turbulence, heavy turbulence. The plane was just going up and down like this. Even pilot lost control. And he spoke from the deck. This is pilot from the deck. I'm in a very helpless situation. And there is a heavy turbulence. So let's all pray to God. Imagine if pilots say this, it really means something. Because they don't say these words. That's the policy. Do pilot or the crew, they say like these words? No. They just make us alert. This is an airline policy. They just say, we are going through turbulence, please fasten your seat belts. So that means something is there, but you are safe by fastening your seat belts. But imagine if the pilot say, I don't know what's going to happen. If you fasten your belt or no belt, I can't do anything. Imagine. Many will just get heart attack there. But if really pilot is saying something, his words is something, and the plane was going up and down like this, he was sharing this. So the person next to him, the passenger next to him, he was having a cup of wine or champagne, whatever, I don't know. He was drinking, and when he heard this pilot, he was like almost 75% intoxicated. And he went his hands like this. Bhagwan, hey Bhagwan, protect me, Bhagwan. And not even keeping his glass on the tray, because it can spill. He still have his glasses on as a Bhagwan. Yeah, everyone was praying, and there was like a little panic situation. Everyone was praying, and he's praying with his glass like this. Hey Bhagwan. And after like a minute, the pilot said, "Oh, we are safe because there was some wind interruption, and we are safe now. Okay, thank you so much for cooperation." And he was doing Bhagwan, and oh, he's safe now. He started drinking again. So in the time of danger, we immediately remember Krishna, but immediately then we forget him, because now I'm safe. So much selfish, huh? So the family members, they say, we are in pain, we know, but when we get together on New Year Eve or whatever, then we forget all our pain by champagne. But now, what nonsense you are speaking? You don't want to drink anymore? No, we have certain rules to follow. No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling. What is this? From when it started? 5th May, 1996. Hearing from Gurudev, giving up all bad habits. And what happened? Lose all ties with family members. No more ties with family members. Because this Krishna Katha entered in the ear, which is nectar. Ocean, moon, snake, demigods, this nectar is not nectar. The ideal nectar is what? Krishna Katha Mritam. That's the nectar. Who changed so many lives, who transformed so many lives, and only I can say ointment and balm for heart which is sad. Krishna Katha. So on one side, Krishna Katha is nectar. And that's why our acharyas made us careful.
Look what I hear.
Bandhu sange yadi tava rang parihas thake avilash, thake avilash, thake avilash, thake avilash. Bandhu sange yadi tava rang parihas, bandhu sange yadi tava rang parihas. तबे मोर कथा राखो जेय नाको जेय नाको तबे मोर कथा राखो जेय नाको जेय नाको मथुराए केशी तीर्थे घाटे रपका मथुराए केशी तीर्थे. What is saying? Bandhu sange yadi tava rang parihas. If you want to be with your family members happily living good life, then be careful. Don't go to Vrindavan. No India tour. Not going Vrindavan. And especially with Siddhanti Maharaj, forget it. Don't go with him. Go with some other person. He is very tricky. So if you go in Vrindavan, don't go to Keshi Ghat. That's a very important place. The bank of Jamuna. And if you by chance enter Keshi Ghat, don't enter in Shri Govindji temple there. Don't ever go to Govindji temple. Why? Oh, you will lose everything there. No, we will gain there. Oh, we didn't knew there were 5,000 temples, but by accident we entered in Govindji temple. Oh, if you entered in Govindji temple, don't look in his eyes. And if you're looking in his eyes, close your eyes. Don't see. Because if you have eye-to-eye contact with Govindji, what will happen? He will take away everything. What everything? Bhaje prasiddham navanita choram choram gananyam purusham namami anek janma chitpapa choram. What is saying? He will take away all, just by glancing in your eyes, he will take away all your sins from previous lives. And after that, he is not satisfied only just by taking sins. He will also take away your heart. And then when you come back from India tour, back to Holland, family members calling, come for Christmas. Oh no, we have retreat. Retreat on Christmas? Yes. Where? There's lockdown in Holland. No, we found a good location in Belgium. Although we have so many restrictions, but heart is running there. Heart is running there because there's a lot of Hari Katha. So imagine on this Christmas day, everyone spending their time with their families. And we are spending our time with actually our families. Yes? So we are not telling lies. If you go back home and your relatives call you, you say, yeah, we are spending time with our family. Who's our family? Srila Gurudev. We are in his family. We are in the family of all Guru Vargas. We are in the family of Krishna. Just like the 5 places of nectar is not nectar. Similarly, that family is also temporary, fake family. The ideal, real family is Krishna family. Therefore, we are also celebrating Christmas here. In a more better and refined way. By hearing the glories of the head of our family. We are his sons, daughters and granddaughters and grandsons. He is our head of the family. So be careful from those hunters who goes around and they will promote. We have retreat, please come. Because in retreat, what we going to hear? Only and only Krishna Katha. And Yad Anuchit Leela Karna Piyush Vipurat. In Brahmar Geet, Radharani is saying this. Even one time this Krishna Katha enters someone's ears, one time. Bas, he's gone. Finish. You understand meaning of finish? No more attachment to anyone. Not attachment to anyone. Not attachment to the country. That this is my country. I'm proud of my country. I'm proud of my society. I'm proud of my relatives. Everything finished. A new family, a new country, a new place. Where? Shri Vrindavan Dham. Shri Vrindavan Dham. That becomes family. And the remembrance of Shri Vrindavan Dham becomes family. And gradually when we feel that attachment Shri Vrindavan Dham, then we can understand only a sesame seed of the glories of Srila Gurudev. How much painful it is. How much painful it is to give up one's favorite place, Shri Vrindavan Dham, and going out from Vrindavan Dham. How painful it is. We cannot realize this. Those who had attachment, those who have attachment, they can only realize this. How big sacrifice it is, and how painful it is to go out from Vrindavan Dham. Braj Dham, so important. ब्रज धूल प्राणों से प्यारी लगे, ब्रज मंडल में बसाए रहो, रसिकन के संग में मस्त रहो, जगजाल से नाता जगाए रहो, नित प्यारे की झांकी निहारा करो, जगजालों से नात जगाए रहो। मेरे विनोद बिहारी जही बिनती, मेरे नैनों से नैना मिलाए रहो। बोलो गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो, राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो, हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो, राधा रमन हरि गोविंद, ओ राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो, राधा रमन राधे राधे भजो श्याम राधे, राधे राधे भजो श्याम राधे, ओ भजो राधे गोविंद भजो राधे, भजो राधे गोविंद भजो राधे, ओ भजो राधे गोविंद भजो राधे, ओ भजो राधे गोविंद भजो राधे। Forget about past and forget about all sad moments. Forget about all problems and forget about all miseries. Just as the world people say, enjoy your life. Yeah. What is there to always think about those fights and all? Forget about that. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your day. Yeah. And what can be more enjoyable moment than this? So just for every moment, every time, forget about everything and enjoy. गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो गोविंद बोलो हरि ओ राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो ओ राधे भजो राधे गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद भजो राधे ओ भजो राधे गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद भजो राधे 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 ओ राधे 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 गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी गिरिधारी श्याम भगवानी मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी गिरिधारी श्याम भगवानी ओ मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी गिरिधारी ओ श्याम भगवानी मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी गिरिधारी श्याम भगवानी गिरिधारी ओ कुंज विहारी गिरिधारी ओ कुंज विहारी ओ गिरिधारी ओ विनोद विहारी गिरिधारी ओ विनोद विहारी गिरिधारी ओ रास विहारी गिरिधारी ओ रास विहारी मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी गिरिधारी ओ श्याम बनवारी मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी गिरिधारी श्याम बनवारी राधे 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 ओ राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे श्याम श्याम राधे 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 I can't even hear my. Ah, now it's back. It's Baita. Now it's Baita. I was putting so much energy. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.